Have you had fun?
Yes, I loved it.
It's Myla's first time in our studio. Myla's going to describe her experience with us today.
But you've made me feel so confident.
Hello, my name's James. I'm a portrait photographer from Portsmouth in the UK. You've probably not heard of me, and I welcome you. This is my studio and to the latest video here on the No Fuss Muss YouTube channel. We are joined by international tag team sensations, Myla Grace and Harley Hudson. Say hi, guys. And we are going to show you the anatomy of behind a tag team shoot. I've made it sound way more complicated than it needs to be. This is not a complicated shoot. We've employed simple props and simple ideas and cheap, affordable props, cheap, affordable ideas to build a set that's a little bit different and works on the basis of looking at color harmonies and color combinations. Harley is famous for her pink hair, aren't you?
Just about, yeah.
Also for being a strong, empowered athlete as well. That's the most empowering thing about her. We decided also with the pink and the red working in together, pretty much an analogous color scheme where reds and pinks are all sort of working together in that set, almost monochromatic, and that's what we've done here. Come and have a look at the set that we've built. We've put down our red backdrop here, scarlet red backdrop, which is one of my favorite red backdrops, and on a C-stand in the corner over here, we have a light pink curtain, which cost how much? 25 quid, a bit of material, stitch up the top of it. You can probably get it cheaper from discount stores. When I first started shooting portraits, I used to go to a discount warehouse in Portsmouth and just get all the offcuts of bits of material that they're otherwise going to throw away and attach Velcro to them and stick them to a wall. And that's how I created backdrops back in the day. There shouldn't be any real barriers to entry in terms of cost if you find the right places to buy things. 3 lights set up today. Main light, fill light, and a kicker light, which I'm turning on and off. I'm not sure whether I'm actually going to use that much. But my main light is this one up here. It's strapped up to an Electron RX4 Octabox there, giving us our main light coming out at around about f8. Because we're shooting a tag team and these girls are potentially going to be on different focal planes throughout the shoot. So some of them, in some shots, you might be a bit further forward. In other shots, Harley might be a little bit further forward. We need a wider depth of field to make sure that both faces are in focus as much as possible throughout the session. So we can't really be playing around with f2.8 and f4 on our apertures. I'm going to play it safe around about f8. If I was playing it super safe, I'd be shooting this one at f11, but at the moment I'm shooting at f8. 160th of a second standard shutter sync. To bounce a bit of light into the shoot as well, we've got a panoramic softbox here. The key to using this panoramic softbox, the reason why we're using a panoramic softbox for our fill light in this horizontal position is because both of our athletes here are going to be long ways in the picture. We're not really going to be able to pose them stacking up on top of each other. They're going to be in a width way. I might edit that out. They'll be posed widthways in the picture here. So that means that I need a nice wide dispersal of light widthways to fill in all the shadows across the pane of the picture. And that's why we're using the fill light there on the panoramic softbox. And we've got a kicker light working in the back there, just giving us a little bit of separation from the background. That's around about 2 stops underexposed from our main light as our camera person nearly falls over. Oh, one other thing I didn't mention, there is a bounce board in here to bounce a bit of light back into the shot, which gives us nice even light across the whole picture. Myla with your red jumper, is that called a jumper?
I would have went for a coat, but...
Yeah. Myla's wearing a very warm red coat on possibly the hottest day of the year here in the UK, which is an excellent choice. And we've got Harley on the other side here in hot pink, so different shades of red essentially, and different tones of red throughout. When we look at this, we actually look at the backdrop, we've got a pink backdrop and a red backdrop. So if we actually just switch you around, so Harley stands on this side, Myla stands on this side, we'll see now that Myla's more in keeping, in blending with the red on the background, and Harley's more in keeping with the pink on the left as we look at it. We're both just going to pick a pose there for me, anything that keeps you fairly close together there for me, nice and simple in there. They're so experienced at this now because they're international athletes that I can just tell them to do a pose. But there are videos on how to pose people on my channel, so check those out. But these guys know what they're doing, so we don't need to worry too much about that. I'm going to come back here, Canon R6, again with my workhorse lens, my 24-105 f4 lens, We're just going to come back a little bit so that we're shooting above 50 mil, so there's no wide angle distortion. So we're not distorting limbs, not distorting legs, not distorting heads, not distorting anything. We're getting something that looks long and powerful in this shot. No, it's a good pose to begin with. 3, 2, 1, go. And there's our first shot coming up. That might be one of the best shots of the shoot, so well done, that's perfect. I just let you just do whatever they wanted to there. But what we can see there is that Harley's really standing out against that pink, but Myla is starting to blend into the red. So this is kind of like a bit of a lopsided image for me in this instance. So I would make the decision in this instance just to switch them around. So we're going to switch around here so that Harley's hot pink is still bouncing off that red and really defining her and making her pop off the picture. But then this red in this coat, in this jumper, is really bouncing off the lighter pink in the background on that side here. Another pose in there for me if we can. Oh, that's great. Love it. Small changes, just keep changing, okay? Let's go. Change, change, and one last one. 3, 2, 1, go. Bring a hand up onto her shoulder there for me if we can there. That's it, perfect. 3, 2, 1. And from this position here, come down here, they're gonna keep that pose in there. In fact, I'm gonna show you on here. There's my full length one at around about 50 mil, looking at me. And there's it zoomed in. There's the difference that we can get at this 24 to 105. Head in a little bit closer there for me, Harley. 3, 2, and 1. And now I'm just gonna go there and give us an image there that really uses the length of that curtain to draw our eye into the image. So from that position there with that 24 to 105, I can take full length portraits, but can also go in super close and get those head and shoulder portraits too. But how can we elevate this even more? Well, come round with me here. So that this curtain is slightly off the background here. What I did like about the first shot, and it's about trying different things and trial and error sometimes with photography. What I did like about the very first shot that we took was that Harley's deep hot pink dress really did bounce off of that pink behind. So what we're going to do is we're going to swap you around again. This will be the noise from the shoot, will be these little steps like that. So Harley and Myla are going to come right off. So when we come and have a look at this, we can now see Harley is going to give us a power pose on here. Nice, that's powerful, good, love it, simple. This is a little posing tip here, come in nice and close. What she did beforehand was just down here, but we had a straight arm, okay? Straight elbow, straight wrist, and almost straight fingers. Just by getting her just to change the position of the arm there, bends the wrist slightly, it bends the finger slightly, and it bends the elbow slightly, giving us a gap in here and giving a shape and form to that side of the picture. When we're posing, we're looking for triangles, we're looking for shapes, we're looking for S-curves, we're looking for, if a limb has a bend, bend it. Those are the sort of rules that we're working towards there. And just bring your thumb and forefinger just to pinch it. That's perfect. Strong style posing. Lovely. Myla now is actually just going to use the curtain here to be cheeky and sort of peek round behind there for me. That's perfect. Now, we can immediately see, this is what's so exciting about it, we can immediately see that we've created something that has a bit of story and a bit of narrative. It's not just two amazing people stood in powerful poses with great lighting, looking amazing. We've suddenly done something that looks a little bit different, looks a little bit editorial, and has lifted and elevated both of their brands slightly. Now we need to use a little bit more of this leg coming out here. So I would even make more of a triangle and really bring that leg out. That's it. Really accentuate the pose. That's it, good. Beautiful. And then really pull the curtain there for me like that. That's it, great. Perfect. This hand here that was on here, bring it up and into there. And looking off that way, maybe, something like that. That's good. So now Harley's posing and not looking at the camera, and Myla is completely engaged with us, and every time she sees a flash, she's gonna change her expression slightly. Okay, let's go. Change, change. And now, Harley looking towards me. Myla, bring that hand that's up on here on the curtain and bring it onto her shoulder there for me, so you're almost reaching round there for me. That's great. 3, and now this hand here that's really pulling the curtain, really pull it across you there for me like that. It's perfect. 3, 2, Harley looking off camera now for me. Beautiful. So all of a sudden we've created an image that's utilized all of the fashion elements in the picture and utilized a really simple set design to help create something that punches up a bit more onto the branding of what these athletes are trying to put over. So rather than just going, hey, strong tag team, let's just stand them and pose them and get them to maybe do some expressions, we've used just a simple piece of cloth to work with color harmony, to work with expression, and to work with narrative, storytelling and impact. Girls, how condescending. How, honestly. Ladies, have you had fun?
Yes, a little bit.
It's Myla's first time in our studio. Myla's now going to, in 3 words, Myla's going to describe her experience with us today. Myla, what 3 words would you use to describe your experience with us today?
I don't know, I guess it's 3 words, but you've made me feel so confident.
Like and subscribe, say nice things. Thanks very much indeed. Thanks for watching. Support these guys. All the best.